Blues are out today. Blues.
Okay. So the first boot was Christian, and this made me sad because I really didn't want to vote Christian off first. Because we actually got to talk and like we talked about like baseball and like he's a big follower of baseball and my cousin is a professional athlete, so we kind of like got to know each other pretty well. And like he had found an advantage like day one, and I was trying to get a hold of it because everyone. So Stephanie wanted to vote him out, and because Stephanie wanted to stick with Matt, so I wasn't gonna rock the boat. So we were all just like, okay, do it, fine, vote Christian. Um, but so I was like, oh, I'll get like a maybe I'll get like work with him and get like a few idle hunt clues out of him, advantages. But yeah, I was so sad that Christian was voted off first, just because it was his first game. So I hope you play a few more games, Christian. It is really fun. It just takes a little bit of learning to get the hang of it. But it was really fun and cool to meet him. So and that was the vote where I lost my vote as well, and no one could. Hopefully, no one clocked it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm saying so come though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any thoughts, Ren? He wasn't on your tribe.
Wait, 1 second. All right, yes, give me 1 second.
I guess I can add more thoughts since it's recording. Um, yeah, I know. Christian and I got to know each other. Whereas I feel like, I mean, I don't really know how what other people talked with him, but I know that Christian and I got along pretty well. Um, so um, I wish he stayed longer, to be honest. Um, I did not like voting him out, especially because we lost the next two challenges after that. And he was pretty active in the challenge actually. And so I didn't like that we had to vote him out, but it was him or Mads, and I didn't want to rock the boat with Stephanie at that point. So I kind of just went along with it and tried to get what I could out of him before he left.
Okay.
Thank you, Christian. I love you so much. I miss you. So I hope we can talk after the season's over too. Right.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Christian. I guess this is my first time actually meeting you. The picture, I never got a chance to meet you. And I hope that, well, I just heard that's your first time playing at org. Same. I hope that you can play another one and we can work together and yeah, make a great team. But I wish I got to meet you.
Yeah, he was
have
fun.
a good
Christian,
life.
Yeah, you were fun. Like I liked you a lot.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Our second boot of the season.
Oh gosh. No, so Mads didn't do any challenge. Like Mads really was not that active in the first challenge. But Stephanie wanted to keep her around. And so I was like, I might as well get to know Mads. So I played a Fortnite game with Mads, and Mads's vibe was definitely pretty like nonchalant, not really caring much, and even had like her like friend like on the call during tribal and was playing video games during tribal. So it was kind of that whole dynamic. At that point, we were just like, okay, like we lost again, like we might as well just vote out Mads because like the other four of us, I mean, that being me, Stephanie, Cam, and Max at the time, were a little bit more active. We're definitely a lot more active than Mads. But Mads was super nice, and I'd be totally down to play Fortnite with you again, Mads. So um, it was super fun playing the game with you.
Again, never met you either. Hello, Mads. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I wish I got a chance to meet everybody just to send one little text message. I heard good stuff, nothing bad. So I wish you the best in life. That's all.
We lost a lot at the beginning.
Oh yeah, you guys lost so much. I thank God it wasn't me. That's all I have to say. Bye, darling.
Anything else we want to say from Mads? Are we ready to move on?
It was nice playing with you,
let's move on.
All right. We're moving on to our third boot of the season.
Oh gosh, what can I say about Stephanie?
You keep saying, oh God.
No, because I actually no. So Stephanie and I got real close that like early game. Because I don't know, I just got to bond with Stephanie. We played Roblox together. Um, and we just talked about the game. Like we were pretty much like a solid duo at that point. Because she was the first person I talked to about Cam, kind of snaking a little bit, being in a bunch of different alliances. And I clocked Cam, and I told Stephanie and was about to tell Max, but Stephanie and I got close because of that. And we were pretty close in our swap tribe too. But everyone was kind of just like, "Oh, we're gonna vote her out because she was the least active," and I was trying to get in rooms with everyone. So um, I felt bad about voting Stephanie, but I said that I would avenge Stephanie and vote out every person that was on that swap tribe. And well, none of them are here. So Stephanie, if you're watching, I think you're missed work. So Stephanie's missed. Um, but the Queen, I want you to come back because you were so fun and so amazing to play with, and just like electric. Um, you know, so I had a great time playing with you, Stephanie.
For the third time, I never got a chance to meet you either. Um, I did watch your what's that thing called? The intro. And I feel like we would have gotten along very well. So if you got along with Mike, we probably got along. We'll probably get along too. So I really do hope I get to meet you sometime else in the org life. And god damn, Piranha lost a lot. You guys just kept going one by one by one by
Well,
one.
this was when we were on two when we swapped. So we were on Toucan at this point. New Toucan.
You guys are just not good, I guess.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. When I see you again in Oregon, I meet you. We got this. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye, Stephanie.
All right. Next one is Austin.
Oh, did either of us meet Austin?
I never met him. Did you meet him?
No.
You know what, Austin? Me and Mike never meet you. I'm talking for Mike for some reason. He's gonna talk for himself after. Have a good day. Have a good life, and I hope I meet you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Austin, I really wanted to meet you. I wanted to meet Austin so badly. And I mean Nick H said that like really liked Austin, so I wonder if that would have like been like a number for Nick H and Sanam and stuff. Um but so maybe that helped a little bit, but going home with Austin going home. But I wish that I got to meet you, Austin. And it was fun like seeing you in the game and hearing because this elimination was like the first like dramatic one, like the first like.
Wait, is this the one that Brooke got really mad over?
Yes, it was this.
Austin, they did not like that you left. Brooke and Esme were really fighting for you. So you got people.
Nick H was mad too. All Toucan was upset that that Austin left. So that's like what started all the issues after, like all the drama, all the stuff that happened. Like that really set his elimination really set the course for the game, to be honest. So I think that's something notable that that elimination really set the course for the game. I guess we can move on.
Is that a fucking bird?
Next one is Coach RC.
I wish I got to meet RC. I never got a chance to meet them. What about you, Ryan?
I loved Coach RC. We played a puzzle together, and you're always so like positive, entertaining. Shout out to the pep chat that you gave in the Adventure Arena or in the Jagger group chat when it was supposed to be in Orlito group. LOL. Otherwise, I hope you're doing better because you walked, and I really wish I could get to play with you again. I enjoy talking to you. So yeah, have a good life.
All right, moving on.
Seb.
Seb.
Anything to say about Seb?
I met him like briefly. Like we talked once. And I know you're in the org life. You gave us a very entertaining exit speech, and that's when I realized that shit was picking up.
Yeah.
Thanks for the entertainment. Never really talked to you either. Did I even talk to anybody in this thing? Have a good life. Yeah, Mike, your turn.
Yeah, I know. Seb, I got to meet Seb briefly as well. We didn't talk too much. But that's when all the heat came on to Seb. And so I was kind of okay with that. Because I didn't really meet Seb at the time too much. I didn't really know him very well. But I think we had a good relationship, like from our texts. And it would have been cool to like work together more, but that really wasn't in the cards at that point. Um, and so it was really nice to meet you, and I hope to see you again because I know you're pretty involved in the work community. So I don't know if we're like supposed to give like messages during this to people or if it's just us talking with each other about the person. So um but yeah.
Are we doing this right, guys?
It's a mixture of things. Talk about them as a person, how you played with them, etc., etc. Basically, kind of like
Okay.
what you're already doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Seb was nice, but I mean, Seb was definitely intimidating, especially because after the Austin vote and then during all the like other stuff, like I knew that Seb was pretty close with Cam and Max, who at the time like were. I was pretty close with him. Those were my OG tribe members. So like it kind of benefited me for Seb to go. Um, but yeah, no, it was fun to play with Seb.
All right, we're moving on to the next person, and that is Nick C.
Oh, I guess I could talk about Nick. Or do you want to talk about Nick?
Go, you go.
Okay. Nick, I really didn't want you to go home here. But everybody wanted Nick to go home except me. So it was only so much I could do to fight for Nick. And I had to go with the majority at that point. Um, but we built a close relationship for the few votes we were merged for. I like got close to Nick and we were talking a lot. So I really loved playing game with Nick, and I would love to play another game with Nick one day because Nick was awesome. So yeah.
Hello, Nick. I was on a tribe originally with Nick. We didn't get to talk game. We swapped before we even got to the game portion, the hectic part of it. But you were a really nice person. Well, through text messages. I wish I could get to talk to you more. And I'm pretty sure it was you that got a new job. So good luck on your new job, and then good luck on your move to North Carolina. Yeah, I hope your job goes well, and I hope life goes well for you too. Goodbye.
All right, moving on to the next person, and that is Brooke.
Oof. Oh, Mikey can go.
Well, Brooke never really texted me much. I didn't really interact with Brooke a whole lot, and I wish I did because Brooke seemed really cool on call, like on tribal councils. But not being able to interact was a big part of why I voted Brooke out. Um, um, but um, yeah, I know I really loved playing with Brooke and getting to meet Brooke, but they were definitely a force to reckon with in the game, which was made clear, and I think made clear by other people as well on purpose. Um, and so while I think I was part of the move, but I think there are also some other people that were part of the target as well. So, I think
Hello,
that's
bro.
interesting. Hmm?
No, I thought you were finished. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. Hello, Brooke. Um, the the fact that our tribe swap, I love that for me, and that's when I got to meet you and Esme, and I loved working with you. You were like the fact that you stand up for Austin and you stand up for what you believe in. You're honestly an awesome person, and I wish you could have stayed. I did not know one word about the blind side. I was also blindsided. Um, I didn't like that you went. I wish we could have stayed. I guess you were one of my like first friendships-ish in the game. Because, yeah, I don't know.
She
You were
played
always
hard.
so nice. So you always hit me up and I always hit you up. Like, yeah, I don't know. I wish you could have stayed. I really wish you could have stayed. That's all I'll say. Like, yeah, I hope I get to see you sometime again.
You will be seeing Brooke at the finale on Wednesday. All right, moving on to the next person is the second juror.
Oh, that is great. Sorry.
And that is Esme.
Wait, does the jury see all this?
I think they see after.
This will be seen after the season ends.
After the season ends.
Oh, Esme.
Oh my God. Esme, me, you, and Mike had a final three. We had a final three. Esme, I tried so hard to call you and text you and let you know what was going on, and something was fishy with that vote. But we just never got in contact. It just never worked out, and I'm so sorry it didn't work out. Side note, you're so pretty. You have really pretty eyes, and I enjoy talking to you, and your aura is really nice. And I was really hurt over that vote, and I really wish that it could have gone down a different way. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, I loved playing with Esme. We had great calls together. Like we played Drag Race Brand Steals together. Like it was fun. We had a whole good call. I wish Esme stayed longer too as well. I did not want Esme to go home.
Neither did I.
Yeah, that was hard. I mean, I wasn't part of that. My answer was clean of that vote. But yeah, no, I wish I got to play longer with Esme. That was a hard vote to see Esme go, because that was when we were split, like demerged and split up again. So yeah.
Peace out, Esme.
All right, moving on to the third juror, and that is Cam.
Oh my gosh.
Your turn.
Cam, what can I say? You were my first final two in this game. You were somebody that texted me, and you were probably the first person that texted me in this entire game. Yeah, Cam texted me first in the game, and Cam was playing hard. Cam made multiple alliances, but Cam was someone who was quiet and listened. He knew how to play the game. He's pretty masterful at that. Like at getting people to tell him stuff without giving much, which was a big part of why I voted him out. But I still wanted to be his ally and stick with him as long as I could. That touchy subject's really exposed a lot. But I loved playing with Cam. I think Cam and I had a good relationship, and I got to know him pretty well. And I would like to think that if he was the rope's end pair, he would have picked me and not Max. I think Max got it and picked him. But I don't know. But it was fun playing with Cam. Cam worked hard, and Cam was the hardest worker in those challenges. But I remember there was one time in the Wordle where we did that Wordle challenge, and I'm sitting there, and Cam is thinking, and I'm like, hurry up, it's distracting. Like that was like one challenge. I was like, we need to go faster, and we didn't, and that was a big loss. But other challenges Cam ate up, like the picture challenge. I counted Cam had the most photos out of everyone, and we still lost. But out of everyone in the game, Cam had the most photos, I'm pretty sure, overall out of everyone in that very first challenge. So Cam was working overtime in this game. So, but I think losing allies at first and then the swap screw and then Seb going. I mean, Cam was always playing an uphill battle in this game, and to be thought of someone who's winning, who's running the game and still playing an uphill battle is pretty impressive. So, props to Cam.
For me, what I got from Cam was good, but were you not the one who did the brick vote? Was he not the one who did the whole brick vote? No,
it was me.
So sorry. I swore it was you. I swore down it was you. This is where our trust issues come in, but that's okay. That's okay. I Cam, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I swear it was you. I wanted you out after that brick vote so bad. So
Was
bad.
me.
And you left. You left. Anyways, yeah, you played a good game. I heard things about you, but we never came in contact that much at all. Um, yeah, thank you for letting me know that you and Mike had a final too. But Mike had to do what he had to do, and you guys were in cahoots, I
Yeah,
guess. But yeah, that was a good exit speech. You
yeah.
played a great game,
Champion.
good person. But I swore you were the Brook vote, babe. I thought you were the engineer, and I am so sorry. But have a good time. Bye bye. Peace out. Don't forget. Oh,
Moving on to
that's
our fourth juror.
Oh my gosh. What can I say about what should I say about Jeff? Jeff and I have a long history. We've known each other for a while.
oh. Why are you rubbing your neck?
Huh?
Why are you rubbing your
No,
neck?
well, no, because Jeff and I have like I've known Jeff for a while. A long
IRL?
time. No, but like in other games and like seeing him in the community. And so seeing Jeff play this game was yeah, Jeff, I'm happy that we were on the same side during this game. And for a big portion of this game. And Jeff was someone I wanted to go to the end with as well, and he wanted to go to the end with me. Or at least I made the final two with him. But Jeff played hard. Jeff was proud. I worked with Jeff for the Brook vote. It was Jeff and I really for that Brook vote. We were the first two discussing it. Um, and so the reason Brook went home was really because of Jeff. It would if I wasn't part of it, I don't think it would have happened. And if Jeff wasn't a part of it, I don't think it would have happened. If that makes sense. So it was kind of like a dual thing. But I was shook when Jeff went home. Um,
Mm.
that was probably the one vote I was not expecting throughout this entire game, which really forced me personally. That was like a big turning point personally in my game. Um, but that surprised me. Um, I was yeah. So Jeff, I really loved playing this game with Jeff, and um, we had a great relationship in this game, which I'm proud to say. Um, so I hope he's well, and I can't wait to see him on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Hello, Jeff. Um, hope you're doing well. I talked to you small bits, small amount. We were on the original Capybara tribe. Um, what I got was that you were okay. We didn't really talk game. I don't know who the hell I talk game with now that I think about it. We're really far up, and I think I was just laying low until it was time to strike. I was a part of voting you out because why were you and Scott up here? Like it was you and Scott, Coach RC and Nick C, I think.
Yeah,
And then it was me and Wesley just lollygagging on the place, like two little butterflies, nowhere to pitch. But yeah, you and Scott, I talked to Scott more than I talked to you. So I was okay with you going, and I was happy to vote you out because why are there peers in the game? That should not be a thing. And yeah, sad to see you go, but you had to go. Sorry, guys. All right. Have a great one.
King Jeff.
Peace out.
All right, moving on to our next juror.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
this is this is
oh,
the we're getting into the okay. I guess I
Nick
should start, huh?
Cage. Nick Cage. You want to
Should
start?
I? Yeah, I'll start.
You want to start?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, because I guess I was the first one to meet him. So Nick H and I, man, we had a close relate. We were close, but I guess not. Nick was close with everyone. So, um, Nick Nick played an outstanding game. I mean, Nick was probably the first person ever to get a piece of information out of me that I regretted telling.
Ooh.
Yeah. And when I told him that when Stephanie told him that there was a boys' alliance and he was able to get out of me that I didn't trust Cam, and that was something I was like, I regret that. And so I worked real close with Nick H. We had a final two, but he had definitely was working with Sanam as well, which I clocked. Um, so he knew how to play. He was very smart. Um, so smart that I think everyone kind of clocked him, and that's why everyone said he thinks he's running the game because um, he was up until the Brook vote, which made everyone be like, yeah, no, because I remember he gave the reason for the Brook vote was really because he gave a big lecture about why Brook had to stay in and why we still had to listen to Brook, and Jeff and I didn't like that.
Oh,
But Nick played. Nick won immunities. Nick was an excellent conversationalist. So I loved playing this game with Nick, but he made this game 10 times harder. He really did. Um, so you were an excellent player in this game. I think he could go on the real Survivor and play well too. Um, he's just an excellent mind, really. So, and
okay.
the fact that he was the snake too. He was the snake.
He was. He was.
Yeah.
He
Like,
was.
yeah, no, we had conversations about him being an accountant, his family, all this stuff, and like we got to know each other pretty personally. But you know, I didn't realize that he did all that with Saddam too. But I mean, it made sense, right? It would make sense.
Oh wow. Nick H. I Nick H. Oh my God. And you were such a breath of fresh air for me. I enjoyed working with you. Every vote that you came to me with was such a logical reason. I never questioned you, nothing. I was like, you want my vote? Have my vote. And then you started working up every pair. And I realized you and Sandam are a pair, and I'm number three. And as much as I really wanted to be like a final two with you, I realized that couldn't happen. That couldn't happen. And
Yeah, we talked about that. That
I
was
needed
us.
to vote you out. I Without even talking, I put in my vote from 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I worked like a motherfucker to get you out. So I texted Mike to vote. I called Scott, and Scott was on board, and Max was the final piece. But you had to go. You won two immunities. You had the best strategy. You were talking to people. You made me feel like, oh yeah, second place is the first place for me. Like you made me feel like, yeah, I had it right there. You were good. You were good, but you had to go because I could not. If you stayed, I was playing for second place, and I needed a fair shot. I
Yeah,
needed a fair shot, so you had to go. And as I said, overall, I love talking to you. I was always eating when we were talking because like I don't know, you were always up. Obviously, flip time zones, and we had such good conversations. But I guess hearing from Mike, he had good conversations with everybody. But no hard feelings. I'm not taking that to heart. Yeah, I
yeah, we had a conversation the night
truly
before.
enjoyed playing with you. And as Mike said, I really think you should try and apply for the real survival because you're good. You're really good. So oh yeah, that's it. Let's stop singing praises now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, you were good. You were good.
All right, we're moving on to our next juror, and that is Sanam.
One by one.
Oh, Sanam. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Sanam, you were a force to be reckoned with. First of all, that I don't know if it's just that you prefer to send. Sorry, 1 second. Mommy, let me call you back. I don't know if you were just like what you call it, just you prefer sending voice notes, but that did something for me. I'm like, I like that she sent voice notes. Like I could hear the emotion in her voice, made me feel more comfortable. I don't know if that was a strategy or that's just something that you prefer, but I personally think that was like a good thing on your side. You were very social, you cared, you were good at the challenges, you had two immunities, you had the whole idol hunt thing going. Like you had a list coming to me what you need for idol hunt. I personally never even found anything in the idol hunt. Excuse me. And yeah, but as I said, you and Nick were trying to, you were voted most likely to win. You were voted most likely to win. So you had to go. Um you you and Nick were a pair. And you and Nick always came to me and they're like, oh, we're voting out the peers. We're voting out the peers. But nobody was voting you guys out. So I had to get rid of you guys one after the next because you guys were good. You guys were a duo. You guys were good. And overall, I think you're just a lovely person. And I really do hope we get to play on the same side. Well, the same side longer before I flipped. And yeah, I have a good time. Also, you did you came to me with Mike so many times, and the way how I had to gaslight you for Mike, that was so funny. That was actually very funny. Like you're like, oh, Mike is the engineer of the boat. I'm like, no, never. And
She was right.
he was.
She called it, which is why she had to go.
You got him, but I didn't. You go.
She
You
she
go,
was
man.
smart.
He was.
She ate this game up. Like, girl,
Triple charge.
yeah, like 8. I guess I should go.
Yeah.
Girl, like sit down. You ate this game up. Like okay, so I guess I'll start with how I met. Like when Sanam and I were talking, Sanam was just ranting about her life and everything. And I was like, oh, like Sanam's definitely gonna be a force to be reckoned with, like early on, but she knew a way to like keep the target off herself for a while, even though everyone kind of knew that she was a threat, which I think worked, which was I didn't expect it to work for so long, and it did. Like Sanam just ran this game hardcore. And I getting to know Sanam was great. Like going with her to apartment hunting, and really just getting to know her, like what she does. Even like she was. I remember our first talk. She talked about cosplaying, and she was just incredible. And I wasn't surprised. It wasn't surprising that she was working with Nick because they were always kind of forced together via like alliances or being left out of stuff. So that would make sense. So it makes sense that they kind of grouped themselves and were like, we got to do this. But she knew how to like keep the target off her back, even when there was a huge target on her, which was really impressive. And to do that idol hunt too, without nearly as many clues as I had, like I don't know how she did that. Like she was scary to face in that idol hunt. Like I thought she was gonna find the idol. Like I thought she found everything. She was talking to me about the scuba gear long before I even found the scuba gear. Long before. So Sis knew what she was doing. I mean, that to fish for that gold coin, like she was doing that idol hunt from the beginning. Like I would say more invested than anyone else in the game. I would say the one with the most successful idol hunts. I mean, besides the one who found the idol, but like I would say besides the one who found the idol, Sanam was the one who found other stuff. And like, yeah, she didn't find advantages like Max or Wesley, but she was on top of it and really mapped it out and knew where she was going with it, which made her such a force. And unfortunately, made the target bigger. But she knew how to control the game. Nick was clearly her shield. She knew exactly what she was doing. So I give all my props to Sanam. And even though she may not have won, I think she seems like an all-star to me.
Period. Also, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for your service, Sanam.
Bye, darling.
All right. We're moving on to the next juror, and that is Wesley.
Uncle Wesley. Wesley. Sorry. I think I wanted to work with you so bad because I realized that like from the beginning for a capybara, there were four and there was us. And I was like, we could have made it. And I made you a final two bet and everything. But unfortunately, and you were like the third or fourth final two that I made. So I had to keep my final two in the order that I made them. So I had to vote you out. You were good at that idol hunting. Like safety without advantage. And then you play that necklace. Come on. Be for real. I think you were just so good, and I wish we connected much earlier because we could have, but we didn't. And yeah, you got caught by the snake. That's such a sad way to go. I am so sorry. I am
That
so
was
sorry. Like you made it so far to have one person vote you out. Sorry, buddy. So sorry. Yeah, that's all. That's really what I have to say about Wesley.
Yeah, I got a lot to say too. Wesley came for both of us. Wesley came for
Yes,
both.
I
Wesley
forgot
came for
about
both
that.
of us
Our
hard.
name's out there.
Like I would say, out of everyone in that game, Wesley pushed for our names hard the most.
Maybe
You and
he
me.
clocked us. Maybe he had
Oh,
clocked
he
us.
absolutely he did.
Definitely clocked us. That's what happened.
He
Mm-hmm.
absolutely clocked us. And like I mean, I loved my talks with Wesley, like talking about reality TV, games, and his experience with games because he has more experience than I have. Like I don't have much, and I was able to learn a lot from Wesley. Um, but it was so hard when you turned on me when I tried to make you my ally, Wesley. I warned you about that everyone was going to vote for you successfully, and you turned on me. So that was hard. And like I was hoping to get an ally out of that vote, out of the Cam vote, not for my life to get harder during that. So thanks for you all. Like you made the game hard, like a little more difficult to play too. But like in order to get farther, but you Wesley, you made it far. You know you said that you don't have a case. You wouldn't have had a case at FTC, but looking back, you might have. Like you had probably had a good chance. I mean, you clocked a lot of things that a lot of people didn't clock, and I think that wasn't something that people will realize until probably after the game is over. Um, and something that I didn't realize until probably until after everything is said it was said and done. But you clocked a lot. You clocked Ren and I. You didn't clock us working together, but you clocked us our separate games. And I think us two sitting here now really shows how even though we all were thinking Wesley's perception was not there, his perception was there. And we really have to take that into consideration. Like going forward and understanding how other people play and understanding how Wesley plays, because there really was some genius there that worked and that ate because he made it incredibly far. And the only one that took him out was the snake. It took the snake to take Wesley out. So,
Period.
yeah. I guess that's it. Can you keep going?
Sorry, I was munching. All right, next one is our final four person, and that is Max.
Oh,
Max.
Max. I tried so hard to keep you here. I literally did. You were such a breath of fresh air for me. Like, I I I don't know how to talk game very well. And when you came to me with a name, I'm like, okay, let's go. And then I came to you with a name and I had you vote. Like Sanam tried to vote you out so many times, so many times. You're like a cat with 9 lives because it took so long to get you out because Sanam tried. Sanam tried. And honestly, you were supposed to be gone from the Esme vote. And that's I was like, you know what? I should start working with Max. He's very reliable. Like you're such a great person. Like I enjoyed working with you, and I'm sorry you had to go. I didn't flip my vote. Mike did. Um, and
And I'll explain why I did that
yeah,
at FTC.
in all fairness, but Max, I enjoyed working with you, and like you're so relaxed, you're so chill, and the fact that you just came on the call and you're just like, oh, I don't know if I'm in trouble, but I'm just gonna play my talisman, and then you left. Iconic, iconic. I was like, yeah, gotta work with him, and I worked with you until the final four, and yeah, if it was a final three, I wish you would be here, but I guess not. Have a good time. Have a good time with your baby Tilly and your girlfriend. Pretty sure it's Anika. But yeah, yeah, I enjoyed talking to you, and I wish you a best life with your baby. You're 4 months old, almost five. Let's go. But yeah,
Yes. Max, you were fun. Me, like Max and I were on the same OG tribe. Like we worked hard together. It was clear that you were closer to Cam than to me, but that's okay. It was nice talking to you about like your baby and Matilda. And I think you talked a lot about like your work as an electrician. And it was just awesome meeting you. It was fun meeting Max. He was really cool. And even though like we didn't necessarily talk as much during the late merge, I think the beginning of the game and the merge part of the game, I think it was awesome like still being in his corner and working with him and talking with him, and really getting to know him a little bit. And it was sad to see him go the way he went, but I had to do that because I didn't trust that he would take me to the end if he won the final three competition. So Max, I'm so sorry, but you did reveal a little bit of a lie. I think we would still see, but yes. So I am sorry for that, Max, but I had to be the last piranha remaining, and I cannot wait to see you on Wednesday. It was really fun playing with you.
oh, side note, on the face merge, you and Sanam were merged, and you guys look very much alike. That's just like a side note. I don't know what it was, but all I could see was Sanam. All I
No,
could
me
see
too.
was Sanam. I could not see you, and that was very weird for me. Yeah, that's all. Goodbye.
He did that correctly. The merging of Max's that was hard. Yeah,
Which prod member was that? Shout out to that prod member.
that
They
was
they
Mac,
did
right?
good.
Was that Mac?
I'm pretty sure.
Sean's like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, wrap it up. Okay, last person.
Damn, Max.
All right, moving on to our final member of the jury, and that is Scott.
Oh my gosh.
I can start.
Yeah,
Scott.
you can start.
Um, we were there from the OG Capybara tribe, and scavenger hunts, the puzzle. We worked really hard on those, and I enjoyed working with you. We never had to go to a tribal, so I never had to fight with you. And then we got separated. We tried to call so many times, it just never happened. I only knew this much about you, but then at the Nick H vote, when I was like, oh, I know we haven't VC, but I really need to VC you, and I really need your help. And you were on board. You were on board within 2 minutes, and for that, I thank you. You are such a good player. I didn't know you won your last one, so congratulations on that. I could have told you that before you left. Um, Great player, great guy. Um, you have a lot of interesting hobbies and just like a very like entertaining life in my head. Well, what you told me, and I hope that when I get to your age, I can be like as entertaining as you are and just like as chill, as cool. Like a whole band teacher. Come on. Anyways, yeah, I enjoyed playing with you, and I hope I get to play with you in another game. Thank you.
I guess I can go. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin with Scott. I guess I'll say I knew Scott was the winner of his previous game, and I clocked Scott at the beginning. Like I was like, why do I keep losing tribals? Like I want Scott to go home. Like I don't want Scott. I don't want to play this game with Scott. He's intimidating. Like blah blah blah. But we ended up working together. And I didn't want to judge a book by its cover, and I ended up working really closely to Scott, and he almost was like a mentor to me in this game. Um, yeah, like he to me, he felt like the hero of the season to me. I mean, he really knew, was well spoken, and while he didn't engineer some of the votes, he was always there, and he always knew without any of the targets falling on him. When I made it, so I tried so hard for the target to fall on him, but we worked together so closely, and after the Jeff vote, we developed this bond. I mean, it was really the Brooke vote that started the bond. When I knew about it, and then I was like, "How does he know about it?" So, because Jeff was telling Scott, and I was like, "Oh, like okay, I guess we could rope Scott in." um, but Scott, like you really like you have a special place in my heart for like in the org community. You were amazing. It was amazing playing this game. From your our conversations regarding the idol hunt and trying to make sure Sinam didn't get the idol to fighting for me when Wesley was going off about me. I mean, you really came to bat for me and you went to bat for your ally. And I wanted to go to bat for you more than I did in this game. And that's something I regret, but I hope that I return the favor by not voting you out in Final Four because I really thought you deserved a chance to be in the Final Three. And I promised you that I would. And so, um, your Scott was the hardest person to vote out like this entire game because of our relationship this whole game. Like we really got close. Like Scott's definitely a close friend of mine now. Like we bonded pretty closely. So I am sad to see Scott not here, but I if Scott were here, it would be a clean sweep with the jury and a clean sweep because of that game. That Scott played the most impeccable game, and I think Scott is truly an all-star. And I keep saying all-star, oh my gosh, but like he was voted the all-star, and
Oh, he was.
yeah, and he ate this game up socially. So he got to know people well, without people really looking at him, even when he was flipping, which is so impressive and hard to do. See, because when I did it, people saw me. I'm like, yep, it was me. It was me. But Scott didn't even need to say that. People knew, and people were like, okay, it was Scott, whatever. Which, you know, it was fun playing with him and learning about like his experience as a band teacher and like just talking with him about both like our love for music, um, and just he was so sensible in the way he explained things. So I miss Scott already. And his tattoos. So, ugh. So what does that make? 9 jury members?
Yeah.
Damn.
Correct.
Ryan, we went through a lot of people.
You know, side note, I just realized, you know what Nick H handle name is? It's Hot Daddy Pain.
Huh?
It's Hot Daddy Pain.
Hot Daddy Pain? I mean,
Hot Daddy Pain. I don't know why it just came to me. But yeah.
All right.
All.
So we've gone through every single person that has been voted out, or in this case, have fallen prey to the predators in the jungle. Before we end the recording, if you guys have any last minute things you forgot to say or want to say, now is the time to do so.
Ryan, you want to go first?
No, go.
I'll go
Oh,
first.
wait. Actually, I do have something to say. First of all, this is my first org. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for allowing me to play with you. Thanks to the production team. Thanks for allowing me to meet such amazing people. I guess without this, I wouldn't meet like any of these people like Scott, Bro, Max, Mike, Nick, and I'm like all of you guys. Like I really enjoyed my conversations I had with you guys, and it's just so weird that there's a whole world that you just don't know anything about until you just give it a chance. So shout out to my friend for introducing me to the org life and allowing me to meet you guys. And then just shout out to production for a good game, even though I kept screaming in my prod chat. Um, yeah, uh, that's all. I wish you guys all a good life, and I hope I see you again in some other game. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
I guess I'll go too. Thank you all for everything. From production to cast. This was such an incredible cast. Like I met so many incredible people. And playing this game was just like it helped me to get closer to people and get to know people for who they are all across this country, through the U.S. and in Canada too, which was really awesome. And I hope to see these people again. I hope to see all y'all again. Just because I had such an amazing time playing with everyone and getting to know people. You know, for me, it wasn't just the game; it was about getting to know people and making friends. And I feel like I did that this game. I hope to call y'all some of my close friends after FTC. I hope y'all aren't too brutal on us. But I hope that y'all can respect our games, and I'm thankful for the games that y'all played because y'all did not make this easy. Production or cast, y'all made this difficult. From that damn idol hunt, Chris Ann, to to Nick Age, to Leslie, to Stephanie fighting with Brooke in the after that first challenge. Like there was a lot there, and like even when there wasn't drama, like drama would start afterwards. So I I don't know. I just I'm really glad. Um, I don't know. I'm just glad that I got to play this with everyone and got to make so many close
Oh,
friends memories because this game was probably one of my favorite games that I've ever played.
also, shout out to Mike. Uh, Mike was Mike played a great game, and you guys should take note. He's not that bad. As much as he's a villainous player, and he is the villain player. Don't let nobody lie. He is the villain. Um, he's a good guy. You guys should give him a break. Listen, he got this. You guys should listen to him. But yeah, that's all.
Well, I hope y'all can give Ren a break as well because Ren played this game. Like, girl, you made it all the way to the end. You were talking with people. You made friends. I think you made friends with Max. Like, so like don't underestimate like people underestimate you, and that's their downfall. And like
Yeah,
I hope you guys
that's so
could learn
true.
like to not underestimate people when you're thinking you should underestimate people because um those are the people that vote you out. Ren
Shout
sitting
out.
here and everyone didn't.
Oh, and sorry. Shout out to the last pair standing.
Yeah, shout out to the last pair standing. I
All
love
right.
y'all cast, but
Okay, bye.
y'all didn't clock us.